art nerds, and welcome to a review video. Today I'm reviewing a cutting mat. Arteza, who are a pretty newish company, I think, sent me some stuff to review. You may have seen the unboxing. And one of the things they sent me was this. I've used cutting mats for years. The ones I normally use are these ones, which are called West Design, these green ones. That was massive. And these have served their purpose absolutely fine. They're pretty cheap, pretty cheerful. So how on God's earth is this one going to be better or different than this? And I thought it's just going to be the same, but turns out it's not. It does all the basic things. You can cut on it, it doesn't bow too much, it doesn't roll up, it doesn't break your blade, etc, etc, etc. So it does the standard cutting mat stuff. But the big difference between the ones I've always used and the Arteza one is the grids. Now this grid system is what actually makes this mat, in my opinion, better than these mats. And it's not something I realised until I started really using this thing. Because this grid system on this mat, you don't need a ruler to cut straight lines, which makes a massive difference when you're cutting down, for me, cutting down prints. You just put the paper up to the side of the line and then use the ruler and line up the other lines. It makes life so much easier. It's nearly like having an inbuilt guillotine. You've also got the 45-degree angles, the 30-degree angles. You've also got the measuring on the side, and you've also got the different colours, which I guess, I don't know how that helps, but it's nice to have. As well as doing the standard cutting, because this one has the angles and the straight lines, it really elevates this cutting mat and makes this one, in my opinion, absolutely brilliant. And it's such a small detail and such a small addition that you don't really realise it, and I didn't realise it when I got it. I thought it's just a cutting mat until I started using it and realising. For doing standard, just cutting, for me, cutting stencils, it makes no difference between this one and the cheaper one. And then that brings me on to the next thing, the price. So I'm going to compare it to the one I normally use. These are about the same size. This West Design one for, I think I'm just reading this size, for about 24 by 18 inches is £10. 10 quid for that one. Cheap, cheerful, does its job brilliantly. The Arteza one is £20. It's double the price of this one. Is it double as good? No, definitely not. But the additions that this one adds does make it very beneficial. So really, you are paying £10 extra to have the ability to line stuff up and get your angles without measuring, without a guillotine, etc. Which, if that's what you want it for, if you're doing very technical stuff, this mat is brilliant, and I would recommend this one over the cheap and cheerful ones any day. But if you're using the cutting mat just for cutting stencils, you don't need to spend the extra £10. I still use my big green one, which covers my whole table, for cutting big stencils, but this one has become the one I use for prints and doing delicate stuff. And this one has become something in the studio which I never realised I needed, but I really do need it. It's really, really good. So I need a marking system. I give this one 4 Steve faces out of 5. Highly recommended. So if you want this mat, I'll pop some links down below to the Arteza website, to Amazon, places where you can get it, so you can go and see more information from it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not a big reviewer. I've got a few I need to do, so I shall do them, but I thought I'd start off on the hardest one, which is a cutting mat. Please subscribe and all that junk, and I shall see you soon. I think Steve face is a good way to mark things. Bye!